a chat with... Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get him to introduce himself. Can I first of all shake your hands up?
Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Denny. Born and bred in Felixstowe, and I founded the Basic Life charity.
Mm-hmm. Now, Basic Life, people may know that there's two shops.
Yeah.
One in Walton,
yeah.
One just outside here, actually, in Hamilton Road. Now, they've been there quite a while, haven't they, those two shops?
They have, yeah.
And how are they doing?
Really, really well. The people in the community are really generous, and we just get loads and loads of things. So we've actually got a depot as well, which is down near towards the docks. We don't tell anybody where it is,
okay,
because otherwise we end up with loads of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So we take the goods down there, sort them out. We do lots of online sales.
Right.
eBay, Amazon, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So we sort the things out there and then take them back to the shops generally.
Oh, right. Now, as I say, we know these basic shops, but basic charity shops. What charity or what people do you help, basically?
Anybody.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Anybody locally. At the very start, we started 16 years ago.
Right.
So we're now coming up to the 16th anniversary, and to start with, we were helping anybody.
Yeah.
But then we quite quickly realised that you couldn't change the whole world, so we just Felixstowe, Walton, Trimley, and Curtin. That's as far as we go.
Yeah.
And it's very strictly restricted to that. If somebody in Ipswich asks for some help,
yes,
we have to say sorry, no, and we refer them to somebody who can help them.
Okay.
So we get referrals from citizens' advice, social services, housing associations, people like that.
Yep.
For people who've got a bit of a problem, it might be something very simple, but it's affecting that person really badly. And we can, as we're local, we can help really quickly and support them.
Okay.
So we get referrals from citizens' advice, social services, housing associations, people like that.
Yep.
For people who've got a bit of a problem, it might be something very simple, but it's affecting that person really badly. And we can, as we're local, we can help really quickly and support them.
Now, when you say you can't actually help people in Ipswich, but if somebody who's living in Ipswich or further afield even was able to offer or donate something, you'd accept that? Yeah, of course you would. Yeah. So, what sort of things do you look for people to donate to your shops to help the charity?
Really. The books, we check all of the books and see if they're of great value, and if they are, we'll put them on Amazon to make the most of the charity that we can.
Sure.
Bedding, anything really.
Right.
The only things we don't take are televisions, because nobody buys them, or VHS video tapes, because nobody buys them either.
Right.
But the other things, what we'd like to think is that people are putting the things in, we're churning it around, and out the other side comes some money which will pay for a pensioner's glasses or somebody's bill which they just can't pay, or something like that.
Right.
And overall, we just want to make Felixstowe a really, really lovely place to live, which it is already.
Which it is, yeah.
And just link together the caring agents who are in the town already, and we want to be able to give a quick answer to people's requests for money or for food. We run a food bank. We've run that since March 2013, and we're giving out food every day to people.
Is the demand for food from food banks growing? We hear that it is in other areas. Is it growing here? Is there a big demand now, more than there was?
I wouldn't say there's more, no. When we started, it was just before everybody started food banks, really. It was just before, because the recession was still going on. And I'd say there's people are very reluctant to ask for food, and I can understand it. I wouldn't want to go to a food bank and ask for food. But what I'm trying to do is break through the stigma that was there. Like there was about charity shops a long time ago, but now it's become kind of trendy, isn't it, to go into them. And even if there's two people working, if they can't meet that final week's bill, they should. Why not come in and ask for food? We don't give them a box. We give them a couple of carrier bags, and it's all very discreet. Instead of getting one of these high interest loans or something like that, and let's all work together and make life a bit easier. That's the idea.
So it really is open to anybody who's in a little bit of financial difficulty.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no limitations as such.
No, we limit it to, we only give 2 or 3 days worth of food, and probably once a month, something like that. We don't want the people, because it doesn't help if people become reliant on it.
Sure.
So we try to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah.
And it's all non-perishable goods. There's no fresh produce. It's tinned things and things like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. So really, it's just to help them out of their immediate situation and to help them get back on their feet and do their own thing, as it were. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. The other thing I wanted to ask you before we go on: how did you arrive at the name Basic?
Well, Basic should go back to me. I became a Christian about 20 odd years ago. Not very trendy at the moment, I know, and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
But so Basic stands for Business and Service in Christ. Okay.
No, I did not know that.
No. Well, what my view is, people don't like religion at all, and I don't view myself as religious at all. I just happened to have this experience, and suddenly everything I didn't believe in, I did. And from that point, my life has completely changed, and the biggest buzz I get is out of helping other people. And you can analyse it as much as you like. All I know is it happened to me, and if you don't believe it, well, fair enough. So Basic stands for that, and the sign, the little logo that we have, is a door opening from darkness into light, if you like.
Wow,
so
bless.
It's quite nice because a year or so ago I saw somebody put on a social media site, "Oh, take it to Basic, they're not religious at all." And I thought, that's good, we've done it, because we're actually doing the things Monday to Saturday, rather than talking about it on a Sunday.
Sure.
And I think Christianity, you often say you've heard it, I think it's seeing it rather than hearing it is the real message. And we don't preach to, we don't do anything like that. It's just doing it, and at the end of the day, what better thing can you do than to help other people? You know, what else can you do if you're already here for a short time, so why not make the most of it?
I mean, that's one. Well, I was brought up in the Salvation Army, to be honest, and I've always said, I mean, I don't go there now, I don't attend any religious establishment, but I've always said that if there was a law that said in this country you must attend a religious establishment, that would be the one I'd go for, because of all their practical work that they do.
That's right,
and this is what happens with Basic, isn't it? You're actually practically helping people.
Yeah, that's it. And there's people who work there, lots of people have no faith at all. We've had all right across the spectrum of different people, Catholic and I don't know, everything. And we've all worked together, and surely that's what it's all about.
Sure.
We're not going to ram our own personal beliefs down people's
No.
Just do the thing, and for me personally, it's the biggest buzz you can have. It's the best job in the world, really, and I love it.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this experience? Is there a little bit more to tell that you can tell?
Well, up until the point this weird thing happened, I was against every religion, and as I see on the social media, all these people saying all these things, I was exactly the same. And then I thought it was only me who'd had it, but suddenly, bang, that was it. I can't really explain it, but I realised since it's happened to billions of people, the same thing that happened to me. I thought I was the only person in the world it happened to, and I just suddenly changed overnight, really, and started attending Cavendish Church, which is now Christ Church. I'm now treasurer at St John's Church.
Right.
And it's like when I'm at a church on a cold, wet, freezing morning, and you look around, there's all sorts of people who would not ordinarily be together.
Sure.
Right? They're all different types, you know, some well off, some not so well off.
Yep.
You know, all sorts of levels of intelligence, the great total mix. And I think to myself, what makes those people get up on a freezing cold morning and make probably not a very comfortable journey to a building to be together with people they wouldn't ordinarily mix with? And whatever you say, I don't think you can deny it's there. And the Christianity thing, it's like you've never seen an orange. Once you've seen an orange, you've seen an orange. You can't say they don't exist.
True.
So it's that sort of thing. But I'm not going to
ram it.
No.
But
it makes me feel a lot better, and I feel like a rounded person. And
that's interesting. I mean, because you hear of perhaps people who are down on their luck, people who are in prison. They tend to have those sort of moments, perhaps more. But you weren't in that position particularly. No, it just happened out of the blue. It was
just a normal day. And bang, that's it. And I'd heard about it happening to other people.
And you probably didn't believe it then, before that happened.
I tried to work out how, why, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. You got to have it happen, and that's it.
Oh, right, okay.
But I think the proof of the pudding is from that moment.
Yep.
For me, my life changed completely.
Yep.
And lots of things happened from that moment. So
Sure.
something changed somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Were you working at the time?
Yeah, I was working. Yeah, I worked for 30 odd years down the dock.
Right.
For shipping companies. And I had my own shipping company. For a while until 2009, and this experience happened before I had my own company. I was just working for somebody else.
Yep.
And it's just happened. So
Now you don't work now, do you? Is it for the shipping company?
No.
It basic is really your.
That's it. So in 2009, the shipping industry wasn't so good, and I came out of that.
Yep.
And decided to work for the charity. So I'm the administrator, if you like, founder and administrator.
Right.
And we just had the shop in Orwell Road at the time, just a small shop.
That's right, I remember.
Yeah, so from there, very quickly we developed, and I opened the one in Walton, which have been all sorts of things over the years, and a wedding shop, and when I was little it was a transport cafe.
Right. I think I remember it being a TV shop, or am I dreaming?
Yeah, it's been lots of different things.
Yeah.
But there used to be a big lorry park there, and I used to walk past that to school every day in 1967.
Right.
So it was a bit of a chance to take on that shop, but it's been really successful, and we've moved the Felixstowe shop from Orwell Road round to where it is now in Hamilton Road, got the depot, and things are moving on from there.
Yeah, because the Hamilton Road shop is bigger than the old Orwell shop.
Much bigger,
the Orwell Road shop, yes, much better.
That's doing really well.
Now, before we go on, is there anything else you want to tell us about your private life, shall we say? You probably don't get a lot of time for a private life, but you know.
I'll tell you what, a day is usually I'm in about 6:15 at Walton.
Really?
Yeah, we take a volunteer comes in about 7:10. We go down from there to the depot, collect all the eBay stuff that's got to go, back to the Walton shop, post it all off, and then when the volunteers come in at Walton, we're back to the depot, and it's mad down there, as you'll see if you come out and film.
Right.
And then back to the shop again, and as everybody knows, eBay is constant asking what size is it, and all this stuff. My wife goes absolutely mad because I'm probably at 11 o'clock still answering questions on eBay. So it's an interesting life.
So she doesn't get to see an awful lot of you.
Well, she's there, but
okay.
She's at home, in evening, but I'm banned from eBay really because it can take over your whole life.
Of course.
But I get such a buzz out of it. I enjoy it,
Well, that's incredible. When I was working for Sense, it was such an enjoyable job because we felt that we were helping Sense, the deaf-blind charity. We were helping the people who were donating the furniture, helping them declutter, get space for their new stuff, and then helping the people who were buying the furniture, because that was saving them loads of money. They didn't have to buy new, etc. So it helped all the way around. It was a great recycling process.
I think it also helps the volunteers. And the volunteers, people have come in. We have people with learning difficulties. People who have been really, really shy at the start, but then they're very confident. And I think it's really healthy to have a place of work where you get up and get in the routine. So I think the volunteers benefit as well. So as you say, the people selling, the people buying.
But it also helps the volunteers perhaps even get a job in the long run. Because it looks good on their CV, doesn't it? That they've helped a charity shop.
We get people sent to us who are on long-term unemployment, and they have to do a month work with us to maintain their benefits. And we've had a few of those who've gone through and embraced the idea, whether they liked it or not. They had to do it to give the benefits, and at the end of it, they get a nice reference, and one or two have gone on to get good jobs. So it does work.
Indeed. I've seen it often. Yeah, that's right. So any more of your private life you want to divulge? Not that you have much.
I was born in Felixstowe, 4 sisters.
Right.
And just enjoy living here really. My sole aim is to make the town better and better and better for people, because we've got agencies who will assist people from birth right through to death and probably beyond. So if you've got a problem in Felixstowe, there's almost certainly somebody who can help you. Almost certainly. It's just finding out who they are. And if anybody does have a problem, if they ring me or us at Basic, I've got a database of all the different phone numbers and email addresses and things. So we can always, if we can't help ourselves, we can always pass someone on to somebody who can. And we're really lucky that we've got so many people who are caring and supportive. So it's just a great town to live. We just want to keep making it better and better for people.
Now, is there a contact number or?
Yeah, the contact number for the Walton shop is 01394 279 400.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's probably the best number to call.
Okay, so that's Felixstowe 279 400.
That's
brilliant.
right.
And you've also got an email address, which is
basiclife@live.co.uk.
Brilliant. So if anybody's got any questions, or if they'd like to volunteer, or if they have anything to donate, or anything else, regarding your charity, that's the number to contact, or that's the address to contact. That's good. What was your experience? Why did you settle on charity work? I know it's a great thing to do, but in this moment when you had this flash of becoming a Christian, you had this wonderful moment. Was that tied up with it then? Did that also come into your head then, at the same sort of time that you'd like to help people out, or was that after?
That was a bit of a gradual thing. And with the shipping company, I had a business partner at the time.
Yep.
We were donating things. It sort of goes with the territory, really. If you become a Christian, it's by no means an easy life. It's a very difficult life at times. But one of the byproducts is you just want to help people. So we were donating things and giving things to people. And I remember at the end of one tax year, the accountant said, "What are you doing fiddling the books by putting these things through?" And we said, "Well, we're not. We're giving them away." So it was decided at that time that it'd be better to separate it and have a charity. So I think everybody, every Christian person, in one way or another, whether it's their time or money or effort, is charitable. But the idea came to start a charity to separate the giving from the company books. And then the idea of having a shop came about from Cavendish Church. They're always talking about having a bookshop or something like that. And right near it, near Morrison's now, was a shop, so we went for it, and no idea about retail whatsoever. We don't know how to price things or anything.
Of course, I've forgotten about that. That's where you actually started there.
Started there, yeah.
The little Basic shop. Was it called Basic?
Yeah, it's called Basic. Yeah. And the thing about that was we were having people coming from the Cavendish estate who didn't speak to anybody the whole week. So we realised that it's not just the financial side of it. There's a service there for people who are lonely, people who want to belong, and everybody has a need to be needed, I think.
Sure.
So we could provide that, and that's probably a big part of what we do, rather than the commercial thing. I mean, we sell things, we don't actually care about the money at all. So the things are as cheap as is practicable. And that's the idea, really, just to pass it on and do the right thing.
Yes. So that's a brilliant attitude. It's a brilliant philosophy, isn't it?
Well, the ironic thing is it works. We do see other charities, and they're all brilliant in Felixstowe. They all do a fantastic job, but they've got very professional signs. They've got very professional setups. You'll be lucky if you get a Word A4 document from us, but they're all very, very professional. And they're at the commercial price of proper shops quite often. And people have told me above sometimes, which is great. But I don't think it works, because that's not the ethics of a charity, I don't think. And I think people would rather they spent their money on reduced prices rather than laminated signs, for example, things like that. So as we're cheap, people kind of like it because they get a bargain, and we don't, for want of a better word, waste the money on the accessories.
Sure, I understand what you're saying.
So that's what we're trying to do, is keep it as basic as we can. And keep the prices really cheap. So,
and I can verify that, because I've bought many a good book at the Walton shop, and the book prices are extremely good, because I just love reading. But
well, at 40p paperback.
Upwards, but they're so cheap,
Well, they're given to us. That's the other thing. We have to remember that these aren't our goods. They're given to us in trust.
Yes.
That we will make some money and then help people. And people are so good with donating, with the food especially. they're helping their neighbours. They're never going to meet those neighbours probably.
No.
And they're helping them. And isn't that a really good feel-good thing?
It's a
to have?
fantastic attitude.
Really
It's a
good.
fantastic thing. It really is. Yeah. Now, I've covered everything on here.
Right.
Is there anything you can think of that I may not have covered, or that you want to speak about?
Well, we're looking to the future, basically.
Yeah.
And I write in the Felixstowe magazine once a month. There's an article in there, and we're looking for a project of maybe £2,000-3,000 where we can all concentrate on one project which would make life for people in Felixstowe better. And we've asked people to say what they can come up with, because we've helped all the schools, all the Cubs and Scouts and all the different groups. And rather than start again and go all the way around those groups again, it'd be good to have some new ideas really, or something we can focus on, you know, and get.
So this was in the Felixstowe magazine. I do read
it will
this
be
one.
in the next.
It's in the next one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're inviting people to come up with ideas, basically, for
something that
projects
will
to do.
make life better for people in Felixstowe, Walton or Trimley.
Yeah.
Anything, and then we can all work together. You know, we can even put a thermometer in the shop like they used to do.
Yeah.
And it's just good fun, isn't it, to raise money for a set cause
Of course
and
it
see
is.
the result at the end of it.
Indeed.
So that's what we're trying to get going now.
So people could also contact you on these.
Definitely,
The numbers we've given it, which we might as well say once again, mightn't we?
Yeah, the phone number is 01394 279 400, and the email is basiclife@live.co.uk, and our website is basic.org.uk.
Brilliant, that's fine. Anything else before we
I'd just like to thank
chat?
you for inviting me in. It's nice to be here, and I think you've got a great operation. And I wish you all the best for the future.
Well, I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.